Hi, my name is Igor Kafetz, and this is the List Building Lifestyle, the only podcast which delivers cutting-edge conversion strategies from the online trenches straight to your earbuds. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. I also invite you to grab a free copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to another edition of the List Building Lifestyle with your host, Igor Kafetz. I've been in this industry full-time since December 2010. And in my 8 full-time marketing years, I've seen it all when it comes to human dysfunction. The world is awash with people who hate their life in its present form, but who do nothing to change it. And the term coined to describe such people is Biz Opp Junkies. My friend David D also calls them shitheads, but Biz Opp Junkies, I'd say, is a more politically correct term. Now, today's episode kicks off a series of episodes which we're going to be conducting down the line, where I'm going to nominate the most outrageous Biz Opp Junkies for an award. And the award is you get to be the best of the worst. So this episode, there's 5 nominees. Okay, now number 1 are Biz Opp Junkies who give up after a month of trying and hundreds of dollars invested. Now this is a classic. I've seen this one on and on for years, especially since I started selling solo ads. So usually whenever someone tries to get some traffic from us, we ask them, like, what is your previous experience? Or, did you buy any solo ads in the past? If so, how did they go? And, it's interesting because oftentimes the answers we get are pretty standard. It's like either, no, I haven't tried anything before, and this is the first time, and I'm coming to you guys because you guys are the best. Or it's something like, I tried solo ads on Udemy and they sucked and I got bad results, so I'm coming to you. Awesome. I mean, that's actually my favorite type of client, somebody who's actually got to experience other bad traffic sources. But the other day we got an answer which Dennis forwarded me, which is how this person ended up on this nominee list. It's somebody emailed us to complain that they were quitting. They were quitting because after a month, and they were writing this as if it's a long time, after a month of trying and hundreds of dollars invest, hundreds. Dude, you're trying to build an income of $10,000 a month and you're investing, you quit after $200 invested? That's ridiculous. So after hundreds of dollars invested, they are now, they decided this whole thing is a scam. And they're leaving the industry. For one, I feel that the industry is better off without a person like that in it. Although, of course, there's going to be plenty of people just like that other person left to chat with. But this is such a classic behavior, and it doesn't cease to amaze me how stupid people are. I mean, honestly, you're trying to build a full-time income from home. You're trying to build yourself a brand new freaking job. You're trying to build a business. You know how hard it is to build a business? You know how hard it is to try and understand what people want to buy and actually offer it to them in a way that they will want to say yes? Do you know how hard it is to create products, to research markets? I mean, you ever tried to start an offline business? That's impossible. I got a friend, he had 3 businesses at one point, and now he has 1. Okay, and both of his first 2 businesses he started by taking on huge debt. And I'm talking huge debt, ridiculously big, the kind of debt that won't let you sleep at night. Not only that, but he couldn't go to the banks because he's a Ukrainian just like me. So he had to, take this money from really bad people, have a lot of it, gangsters. Now imagine having that. Imagine trying to build a business and having a really big debt with gangsters and trying to pay that off. This is, people just don't understand that. People do not have any perspective whatsoever about what they're trying to achieve, and they want it handed to them on a silver platter, want it, done easy. And this is just shame on you, Biz Opp Junkies. Now, the second nominee are Biz Opp Junkies who build their list but don't email it. Now this is probably the most annoying Biz Opp Junkie type ever. It's like the people who, especially the ones that come to me complaining, hey Igor, I spent, $800 with you on traffic and I haven't made sales with my list. Okay, can you share your login details so I can take a look at your stats and your autoresponder? It's like, yeah, sure. So I log into their Aweber account and what do I see? They have not emailed their list even once. Or maybe they have emailed their list, but so few times that it's actually once a week for the last 2 months. It's just ridiculous. You don't make sales by not mailing your list. You have to mail that list every day, literally, several times a day if you can, just like I do. I mail, I think in the last 2 weeks, I averaged out about 5 emails a day. And so far, haven't lost my autoresponder account and, made way more money this way because, you can't get anywhere by not emailing your list. What's the purpose of building one if you don't email it? Like, honestly, this is what these people really don't understand. Why are you building a list if you're not mailing that list? Because it seems to me that a lot of them, what they think is going to happen is just by putting people on the list and by having a list, people are supposed to somehow decide to buy from them. Like, why? Why would they do that? There's really no reason. So, Biz Opp Junkies who build their list but don't email the list, classic. Just a classic. Definitely something to consider and definitely a destructive behavior to avoid. Now, Biz Opp Junkies who refused to invest in paid traffic because it's expensive but put in 2 hours every day into traffic exchanges and social media without results. Now, a quick disclaimer. If you are a social media marketer, that's awesome. That's great. And if you're succeeding, that's even better. Like my friend Chiara Franchica, she's predominantly using Facebook and YouTube, and she seems to be reasonably successful, although I haven't connected with her in the last 6 months. And that's great. Chiara gets to enjoy the benefits of social media marketing. But what I don't get is how come people continue to do something that doesn't work? How come they refuse to try and pay for traffic, which gets them guaranteed traffic and not it's no guesswork here, just guaranteed clicks. But they are willing to invest literally month of their time into something that doesn't work. It just makes no sense to me. And obviously there may be a core belief difference here where, these other people, they value their time more than they value their money. And that's the case. Sure, I understand. Although I do not agree with the philosophy, who am I to say that it's wrong? But when it comes to the people who do agree with the philosophy that time is money, and that it actually is better to pay for something than to invest the time to get it because time is precious and you can't get it back, then I don't really get it. Why do you keep doing something that doesn't work and complaining that the only reason you do it is because paid traffic is too expensive? Well, of course it's expensive. Look at how much time it saves you. Ridiculous amounts. So I really don't get it. I honestly do not get it why people insist on investing time into things that don't work rather than buying things that do. That's the disconnect for me. Now, number 4, nominee number 4, Biz Opp Junkies who buy information in the books but never so much as remove the shrink wrap, then ask for a refund saying the program doesn't work. Now, this is anyone who ever sold anything online, even if they sold it without a money back guarantee, knows that that's the case. I first discovered this to be true when I started offering an information product for a measly, $7, really, nothing, $7. And I've had a bunch of people try to get a refund. And one of the things about my guarantee was they had to show me that they tried. They had to show me that they've attempted to implement the course. And the course was about affiliate marketing. And when somebody would email me for a refund and I would say, sure, just show me you taking at least one step implementing this or attempting, trying. Show me you at least started a Word document where you've outlined your strategy, when you planned out your actions. Nobody replied. Ridiculous. Now, the other time I got reminded of this is recently we released this program called the Ultimate Bridge Page System, which is a program that teaches you how to build your own bridge pages to promote affiliate offers to your list or to your audience or to drive cold traffic to them. And the interesting part is that I decided to offer an unconditional money back guarantee. In fact, I made a commitment to any program I release from now on, if it's an information product, to offer an unconditional 365-day money back guarantee. So all of a sudden I noticed that our refund rate on that was about 20%, which it's acceptable. I think it was Mike Filsame who first said that unless you're getting at least 20% refund rate, you're not selling hard enough, which is a good thing. But I've also noticed that when they ask for a refund, I wanted to find out, like, just out of curiosity, did you even try? Like, did you even try to implement it? And no one did. Like, a lot of them got the program refunded because they didn't want to write or create anything. They literally expected for the bridge page to appear, as soon as they bought the program. Other people simply failed to respond, which is basically the same thing as saying I didn't do anything. So there's so many people that just buy shit and never use it. Of course, this is true not just about making money online. This is true about pretty much everything, including equipment, right? So if you ever bought a fitness equipment and never used it, then you fit into that category. I mean, I definitely fit into that category 100%. I've had plenty of things that I bought and never used. It's just the only difference is that I still believe I will use these things, so I kind of just let them sit there until some point in time, which may never come. But yeah, the Biz Opp Junkies that actually buy, don't use, and refund and try to make up a bogus reason, like, this doesn't work without even trying, that's the kind of Biz Opp Junkie that I would nominate for a Biz Opp Junkie Award. And last but not least, Biz Opp Junkies who say they don't have time, but who put 2 or more hours into Netflix every day because that's how they unwind. And this pisses me off so bad because, when you get on the phone with people or you meet with them, right, and they start complaining to you about how their life sucks or whatever, how they want to change it, right, and you suggest to them ways to do it, like you literally try to help them by telling them exactly what they need to do in order to change their life, but they don't do it, and then you confront them about it, okay, and they make up stupid excuses that contradict what they're saying, and they're not able to even admit it. That's the most annoying shit ever. It's like, the other day, a friend of mine complained to me about not understanding how to get rich, etc. So I said a great place to start if you want to get rich is to read the Richest Man in Babylon. Great book. Because not only it shows you how to save more money, even if you're making literally next to nothing, but it also, explains to you the rules of money, which allow you to then start building up your finances. I remember reading that book when I was broke. It changed my paradigm about money completely, and I'm really grateful that I have picked it up. So this friend of mine says, yeah, sure, I'll read it. Okay, cool. Now, to reward them for their commitment, what I decide to do, stupidly, is I decide to buy them the book. Okay, so I literally send them a copy of the book saying, okay, here, I bought you the book, just read the book. And I check in about a week later. Did you read the book? No, I haven't. Why not? I didn't have the time. It's like, oh, really? Yeah, well, how many, did you watch this show last week? Did you watch that show last week? Did you watch this movie? Yeah, I did. So you're putting all this time into movies, but you don't have the time to read a book? You don't have the time to, do at least 30 minutes a day, maybe 15 minutes a day, just to touch upon that book? Don't tell me you're trying to change your life. Don't tell me you're dissatisfied or, you're upset with how your life turned out. If that's how your life turned out, it's only because of your actions and your habits. Nobody is getting to the place where they are right now by accident. Nobody. Everyone deserves to be exactly where they are no matter how bad they want to convince you that it's not their fault that their lives suck. People deserve to be exactly where they are no matter what they tell you. And that's a lesson. That's actually that's a pill that's really hard to swallow. But that's a lesson that I learned eventually, not immediately, right? Because I came into this industry with this noble belief, or a stupid belief, maybe not noble, that people can change and people genuinely want to change, but they just don't have the tools to change. That's not true. A lot of people don't want to change. They want to think that they want to change because that kind of feels good. They want to like say that it's not their fault that their life sucks, because again, saying that it is simply, I mean, it's just too painful to admit that you are the reason why your life is shit. But people are just really like that, and that's a classic Biz Opp Junkie behavior. So I nominee number 5 are Biz Opp Junkies who say they don't have the time, but they put in at least 2 hours a day into some useless behavior that doesn't really help them at all. So that concludes the first episode in the series of many of Biz Opp Junkie Awards. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, please email me at support@igorsolitz.com or submit a contact request through the listbuildinglifestyleshow.com website. Let me know what are your favorite Biz Opp Junkie behaviors, okay? If I see anything that comes up a lot, I will mention it in the next Biz Opp Junkie Awards episode. So, with that said, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Igor, and until next time we chat, have a good one. Thank you for listening to The List Building Lifestyle. Make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play to never miss an episode. Because who knows, just one conversion tactic we share on the show might double your list and double your business. Download the transcript of today's episode and all future episodes at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. And don't forget to claim your complimentary copy of the Wealthy List Builder Survival Guide at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com/survival. This is Igor Kafetz, and until next time we talk, have a good one.